of days. You might have to get used to that. It's just that I am heavily focused on getting this musical written, The Night of the Black Sun. I was just explaining to my sons about how, obviously, IT industry, games company, they need to be sorted, but The Night of the Black Sun is going to be my very first project. So, other than getting the dating app and all of that set up and all of the technical stuff, I need to get my composer and my musicians together so that I can get my tunes out and turned into a musical. Then once we've got the musical score written and it's all written down in sheet music and all of that, then I can take the sheet music to the kids, which means while all that's going on, I've got to hold auditions. And I accidentally wrote myself in a little singing part as well. So, it's well. So I've been posting up little tunes, not all of them, just some of them, to let you know what I'm working on, because I'm going all hell for leather now to get this musical score written. So I've been writing it all in my head. I'm thinking out the scenes for both the movie and the musical, and then thinking of the songs that are going to be in it, because the movie isn't going to be a musical. The movie is going to be a horror, but where we use the musical soundtrack from the music soundtrack from the musical in the movie. And so, yeah, I'm kind of sort of, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm loving every minute of it, but, it's because I'm doing it by myself, it's just a little bit complicated because I'm literally coming up with these tunes in my head, recording the tunes, writing stuff down, working out the scenes in my head and just trying to do it all by myself. And I think I have to slightly rewrite the ending because there's been this part in the movie that's been bugging me in regards to the helicopter, and it's the type of helicopter that we would have access to that could hold that amount of people that I would be looking at. I mean, it's complicated, but I need to get it right for the era that it's going to be set in, which is 80s, sort of 80s, early 90s. And so I've had to go to my sons and say, can you help me, please? Because I tried to do the research and I'm not getting a clear answer. So I've had to go to my boys and say which one would be the one I'd be looking for. Because then once I know, then I can write that in, because Mum and Helicopter Man are going to head straight to the military base to try and talk the military into letting them have access to a truck or a helicopter that's big enough to carry everyone. But I need to get it just right, because my biggest fear is that, especially if they have a military background or have a love of planes and military vehicles and that sort of thing, my biggest fear is with anything I write, be it on radio or movie or anything like that, for people to turn around and say that wouldn't happen in real life, or that's not possible. That helicopter wasn't there in those days. They're using the wrong sound of the helicopter. They wouldn't have used that helicopter, that sort of thing. So I need to get it right. So, because obviously Mum and Helicopter Man don't know by the time they get to the location to pick up the kids that some of the kids don't make it in the make it in the end. There starts out with 10 kids at Pure Waters Camp, but by the time they get over to the safe house with the panic room and that, where the kids that were rescued from, the safe house, which is our real one, the Dragonarium, Mum tells the kids to get over to there because she needs 2 boys in that to make sure that the little kids are okay. But there's only like 6 or 7 of them. But there's 10 that start the journey and only 5 make it in the end. So I need to make sure that I can, because that's what's been bugging me. Is there a helicopter that would be big enough to carry 2 adults and what is essentially what they know in the beginning is going to be 10 older kids and 6 little kids, so 18 people. Is there a helicopter out there from the 80s and 90s or earlier that could hold 18 people that mum and helicopter man are going to be able to talk the military into letting them have? Sort of thing. So I need to know this stuff in order to thread the story together. But as soon as I'm out of here, like the second I know this is over and I can leave, I'm going to have to start putting out the call to employ a composer and some musicians. And then we're going to have to meet somewhere so that we can start having these sessions. I'm going to have to go somewhere, like if it was tomorrow, like it would be somewhere with a bloody barbecue and swimming pool, and then I'd have to invite these musicians and that to come to me so that we could spend time writing it, because I need to get this all written out quickly so that by the time it's all been fine-tuned, I can start holding auditions to get the kids and stuff in, find a venue to put the musical out, while my IT staff and my games company are quietly working away in the background. And then once I've got that sorted, I can get my visa and that to New York and all of that sort of thing. But I need to get this musical down on paper. So I'm going to have to employ musicians and a composer, and I've even had looked online as to how to find them, where they advertise. So that's what I've been doing. I'm working on my musical. So you'll see me putting up little tunes and stuff like that. I'm hoping there's some musical talent out there that's like, I want to be a part of that. I want to work with her. And then they'll contact me. Otherwise, it's all recorded to hand them and say, I've written this tune, can you help me turn it into the musical score? So that's what I've been doing. Other than the fact that I'm pretty sure that I have hand over fist won my case against everybody I've got to take to court, because it turns out I was right about King George being murdered and all of that sort of stuff, and America and Donald Trump funding this war in Russia, funding NATO to fight Russia, because Trump slipped out and admitted it in an interview. So I'm like, see there, look now, so it's like, I feel like the two, it's happening together at the same time. My name's been cleared and I'm dealing with this court case at the same time as me stepping into my future. It's like as I'm letting go of the past, I'm stepping into the future. But my future is because my past is going to pay for what they did. So my past is going to pay for my future. So I'm stepping into my future as I'm dealing with my past. You know what I mean? So the two things are happening at once. And I just know that by the time I find my people and I find somewhere to go and, we get out of here and all of that sort of thing, as soon as I get to where I'm going, even temporarily while I'm waiting for visas or whatever, I need to get this musical out. So I'm going to have people come to me. I'll either have to fly them to me or I'll have to find them locally and put the word out, the clarion call, to say, I need a composer and musicians that can help me make this Rockpocalypse musical so I can turn it into a live broadcast. And then I need to find somewhere that's like some sort of park that will allow us to put up a big stage and sell tickets and promote it and put the concert on. And yeah, so I'm busy. That's why I'm not making a ton of videos, other than uploading little tunes, because I know with every fibre of my being I'm getting ready to get out of here. I feel, the legal stuff is starting to wrap up now, because I have absolutely nailed it when it comes to proving how wrong all of those people who judged me were. And they're going to pay for my future. And my future, as soon as my feet touch the ground, I've got to start gathering people together. If by some blimmin' miracle we could have this up by Halloween, it would be the best Halloween show to put on for people in the place where I would be putting it on. But I don't know how fast I could get everything going. Otherwise, I'd be looking to do it maybe next summer. But if I got out of here now and I got the money in my bank now and we could leave now, I would be pushing to have this up and running for Halloween night. Because it is a zombie musical, a zombie rock apocalypse. So I'd need to work fast. And it's all going to be dependent on who the musicians, and because we need to gel. We need to be on the same page. There can't be any egos and tantrums and I don't want to waste my time on the wrong people. This is too important for me. So we're basically putting on a show to raise awareness for human trafficking. Hey, we've got a message we want to tell, but, we're going to entertain you while we do it, sort of thing. So this can't be about egos and divas and tantrums and anyone trying to be the star. This is about, adults coming together with a love of music and performance and all of that to teach the children, because the children are the ones that are 99.9% of the talent. It's about their journey. Most of the adults get killed other than Mum and Helicopter Man and the bad guy at the end. So so that's what I'm doing. So if I'm not posting a lot, don't panic. It's just I'm doing research. The other thing I'm doing is I need to know what the inside of a police car looks like at the back, because I'm writing a scene in the Quantum Menace 1, The Fourth Son, where something happens in the back of a cop car and I need to know how realistic it is in the back of a cop car. So I'm watching a lot of cop videos. I need to know what, because it seems to be that the cop cars are different depending on the state. So I need it to be realistic, because I've written a really cool escape scene for Ben at the back of this cop car, but I need it to be realistic. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just very busy writing. So I am still here, and I love yous all. But yeah, it's just I'm getting the show on the road, and I'm preparing myself for what comes next, and it's pretty big, and it's pretty engaging, and it's going to be full on, and I'm suddenly going to be surrounded by a lot of people, which for someone who likes their privacy and peace, that's a lot to prepare myself for energetically, because I know what's coming, and I know that I'm going to have a period of a few years where I'm never not going to have people in my home, which for someone who likes their little insulated bubble and that, I've got to work myself up to it. And these are people I'm going to have to sing in front of. So I'm very busy. I'm creating work for my staff, for my various departments and that. So you just have to bear with me. You know where I am if you need me. You got my email address. For those of you that have my phone number, Telegram and WhatsApp and all that. So so that's what I've been doing. So don't worry, I am here. It's just I'm very busy. I'll speak to you later. Ka kite. Mwah.